giving our condolences to young Dolph and his family, his friends, his fans, everyone that is affected by his death. Unfortunately, he was murdered this week. He was shot in his car in Memphis. And it's so sad because he's leaving behind, a girlfriend, two kids, and I feel like this is just another senseless death in hip hop. His death actually reminds me when we lost Nipsey. Is like for no reason, going back to his hood, going back to where he came from, and then he's just shot and killed, and just over nothing, literally over nothing. No beef, no nothing. You going to go get cookies, and all of a sudden you're killed and you're taken away from your family.
And that's
Lizzie,
what makes it so. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Lizzie, what are your thoughts?
What Minnie was saying, that does make it really sad. The fact that this man was literally going to go just get cookies. He was coming back to a community that he has supported, he has repped, he has given money to. I heard he was buying properties within the community that he grew up in. And this is what they tell you to do. They tell you to go back home. They tell you to make it, get out the ghetto, and then go back, give back to your community. And this is exactly what this man was doing. And in the act of him doing that, he literally loses his life. And now there's a whole family, a beautiful little girl, a young son, his beautiful wife that has to literally now grow up without the leader of their house. And it's too many Black men dying already by police for us to be sitting there thinking it's okay to literally be killing our own kind. It makes no sense.
I definitely agree. And then it's like, it's so senseless. Like he was can you just imagine? I went to go get cookies where, his defense is down. Like this is the last thing he's thinking of. It's not like he was out there causing trouble or he was in a fight, or just like with Nipsey Hussle. He was at his store. He was going to his store, so their guards are down. It's just so senseless. And then, for the people who's protecting the people who did it, why do you believe they won't do it to you? Because they knew what this man was leaving behind, and they did not care. They did not care about his family, his friends. They didn't care about anything. It was just so senseless, and it's just heartbreaking at this point.
Yeah. So how do you think these rappers that are so successful can find that balance where you want to go back to where you came from, that molded you, you have family and friends still there, but you never know the people that you grew up with is secretly hating. They hate that you're successful. They hate that you're driving the car that you drive. They hate the circle that you're now around. Like they hate, and you don't even know they're hating on you. So when you do go back to your hood and the fact that you give so much love and money, you're, like Minnie said, your guard is down. You have no reason to be carrying around a pistol or having bodyguards because you thinking, I give so much love. Why should I be going into like a war zone? So, Minnie, how do you think they can find that balance where they can still give back safely, but also be maybe detached almost? I don't know.
Unfortunately, and it's so sad to say, when you elevate, you just have to like move, especially with rappers, right? And I don't want to say the wrong terms, but it's like when you elevate as a rapper, you cannot stay in your hood, especially when you lived that hood life, especially when you live that life where, you probably was selling drugs or whatever you was doing. Like you lived the hood life and you overcome that. You overcome having to sell drugs. You overcome having to, do the illegal stuff. Now you're on a legal path where you're making your music and you're doing so much better for yourself. People hate that, and although they should be happy for you and be inspired by you, they hate that you're doing better than them. So unfortunately, you can't stay in the hood. The best you can do is like, you do your give back. You give back however you can. You buy the properties, you set the properties up, you do your turkey drive or whatever, especially with, safety and security and stuff like that. But just to go in the hood to chill, you just can't. We've seen it happen so many times when, they try to try to show the people like I'm still the same person, but you're not the same person. And that's okay. You have to be okay with it. You have to be okay. Like, I am not in the same position I was in before. I am not the same man I was before. But they I don't know if that's what it is, but my mind thinking is they're trying to show the hood I'm still the same person y'all knew before all of this, you know? And you just can't. You it's just, unfortunately, you can't.
Yeah. I think you can go back to your hood or where you grew up from and give, but you don't have to actually be there. Like, and I think that might be something that may help these rappers. Like, you don't have to, if you're having a turkey drive, you don't have to actually show your face at that turkey drive. You know, let people know, if you choose to, let people know, okay, this is what I'm doing for you guys, to show you guys that I didn't forget about you. But to completely detach yourself from an environment that you once grew up in or whatnot, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that if that's going to help you sit there and elevate and grow and honestly save your life. And definitely, like what Mick said, when back in the day you might have been doing things that may have not have been appropriate, so people don't care that now you completely changed and you're not that same person. They're looking at the person that you were so many years ago. So sometimes, definitely, if you were in that lifestyle, you have to fully detach yourself from your community and still try to give back, because that's what you should do, but completely detach yourself.